How's it going, everybody? My name is Justin.
I'm Jody.
And we are Board Game Perspective, and today we are bringing you a look at War Chest from AEG, designers Trevor Benjamin and David Thompson. This is a really cool little war game where you are basically trying to control the board, and you've got either 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2, so teams of 2 players. Basically what you're trying to do is you've got these units that you are trying to use to fight against the other team. You've got a few different units that you're using, and each of the units have a different kind of ability. And you are using those abilities to make moves on the board, to attack the other team, things like that. Basically what you're trying to do is be the first player or team with all of your control markers on the board.
Yeah, so this is an abstract game, bag building with really nice poker
Basically like poker chips.
Yeah, so as your units. And we're also going to talk about these 2 expansions for the game. We have the Nobility expansion and also the Siege expansion. So we're going to do a brief overview of how to play the base game as well as what the expansions provide. Then we're going to come up again with our thoughts. Alright, so I'm going to do a brief overview of how to play the base game, and then we'll take a look at the couple expansions and see what else they offer. But keep in mind, this is not a detail how to play, just an overview. So an overview to set up, you're going to have the board out, and this is set up for a 2-player game. So in a 2-player game, you're not going to use this outside part of the board. This is only for when you play with 4 people. Each player is going to start with control markers out. And I have this set up for the beginning game that the rulebook suggested. So we got the unit cards, and when you get your unit cards, you're actually going to go into the box, and there's all these different types of tokens in here, and you are going to grab out the corresponding tokens for each unit. And so each side will do that. Each player gets a royal coin of their symbol. And what each player is going to do is they're going to grab 2 coins from each of their unit types and put it into their bag, and also the royal coin, and you're going to shuffle it all up. And that's going to be the bag from where they're going to draw coins from. And then you have this initiative marker where you're going to flip and see who is the starting player. So this game is played in a series of rounds, and each round is going to consist of drawing coins from your bag. Each player is going to draw 3 coins from their bag, and you're going to want to leave them hidden from the other player. So you're going to want to make sure the other player is only seeing this, and then you will see what you actually have. So each player is going to be drawing coins and then going back and forth using the coins up. Now, for using coins, there are several different actions you can do, but there's 3 main categories of actions. First are placement actions, where you're going to be placing one of your units onto the board here. Then there's discarding a coin face down actions, where you'll be discarding a coin face down to take an action. Then there's another category of discarding a coin face up to take actions. Each player's royal coin, so each player has 1 royal coin in their bag, and this can only be used for face down actions. The 2 placement actions are deploying and bolstering. So to deploy, you're just going to take one of your unit tokens, unit coins you have, and put it on a control marker you have. So let's say this player wants to put this out. Now you can only have 1 of each unit type out on the board at a given time. Now bolstering would be putting out a matching unit type on top of a coin that you already have out there. So let's say this is the player's hand, and they want to bolster this to make it stronger. You just put it on top of the other one. There are 3 face down actions you can take. So if you discard one of your coins face down, then you could claim initiative. So if the other player had done face down action, they could take this initiative marker, which means they're the first player next round. Or you could discard a coin face down to pass, just basically not do anything on your turn. Or discard face down to recruit another unit coin from your supply. And if you do recruit, you put it in your discard pile. There are several face-up actions that you can do. So if you discard a coin face up, you can potentially move units, attack, and put out control markers, other stuff like that. So for instance, if I placed out this, discarded this face up like so, then I can move the matching unit type. So if I did this, then I can move this guy to one adjacent spot. Let's say the opposing player had one of their units out there. If you wanted to attack this unit, you could discard the matching unit type of coin that you have. So I could discard that face up and I could attack this. So basically, just one attack for adjacent, you just simply remove one coin. If this was bolstered, so it had multiple coins, you still just remove one coin. So if this gets removed or attacked and it gets removed from the game, not back to your discard pile, but from the game. If my unit was actually on one of these control marker spots like this, I could on my turn discard the matching unit type face up in my discard area to place out a control marker underneath that unit. Like that. And this is really important because the goal of the game is to get all your control markers out, because the first one that does so wins the game. And the last main thing you can do for face up action, so I discard this face up, you could also use or activate the tactic abilities on the matching unit type card. So I have an archer out here, so if I discard that face up, I could use my tactic. So once each player has used all 3 of their coins, then that's going to be the end of the round. And if the game's not over, you're going to continue the game. So you'll start the new round where each player will draw 3 more coins, and then you'll go again, taking turns back and forth, using up all the coins. And if you have no more coins to draw from the bag, then you will get your whole discard pile of coins and put them in the bag, mix it up, and then continue to draw. So players will just continue taking turns back and forth and doing rounds until one player has placed out all of their control markers. If someone has done that, then they win the game. Now let's take a look at some of the expansions. So this is the Siege expansion. So this comes with additional units, of course rules. So it comes with more unit coins, more cards, fortification coins, and fortification map cards. So you got another box here with more coins and these fortification coins, which I'll show you in a second. So you're going to get the fortification map cards, you're going to shuffle them, and then you're going to choose one, and that's going to be where you're going to put out the fortification coins. So there's 4 coins that you're going to put out according to this map here. So there, let's see, there, and one would go here, and one would go there. So these are fortification coins, so they go out according to the map, and then the other 3 just are put off the side for supply. So the fortifications aren't units, but they can be attacked like units. These are neutral and friendly locations, so if you're not on there or an enemy's not on a fortification, you can move onto a fortification, which will help kind of protect you, because if an enemy was nearby and they wanted to attack you, they would have to actually attack the fortification first by using the attack maneuver before they can actually attack your coin. And this expansion comes with 4 new unit types. So some of these units also bring the fortifications or allow you to get the fortifications out onto the board. So you got the sapper here, you have the trebuchet, the war wagon, and then you have, what's the last one? The siege tower. All right, so and then all of those units are just in here. I gotta say, I really love these. Well, I love the coins in general, but I really enjoy the, look, it's like a little catapult. And the other expansion is the Nobility expansion. Let's take a quick look at what comes inside here. So it comes with some more unit coins, cards, royal decree cards, proclamation seals, and some more control markers, which I went ahead and actually put in the base game. So let's take a look at some of the new units in this expansion. Alright, so the new units, we got the Bishop, which the unit coins look like that. Really cool purple. Then we've got, let's see here, what's next? What is it, the Bannerman? I don't know. So the coins look like this. And then we've got the Earl, which has a little crown. And then the last one is the Herald, which has like a little trumpety thing. So in addition to new units, you've got these proclamation cards. You're going to actually, or royal decree cards, sorry. You're going to shuffle these up, and then you're going to deal 3 out to the common area so everyone can see it. And these are going to provide additional abilities, and these abilities are triggered whenever you discard your royal coin face up. then you can put out one of your seals onto one of these cards to do the ability. So for instance, this one would be enlist, so I can recruit twice. Okay, so what are your thoughts? First, let's just chat solely about the base game. What are your thoughts about the base game by itself?
This game is going to go into my top 10. I'll go ahead and say that. So this, I love this game from the first time we played it, and we played it many times since then. So, and we played obviously the expansions, but the base game itself, I am a big fan of. I like the bag building component. I'm a really big fan of that. There's a little bit of randomness to it, but you know what you're putting in the bag. You can choose what you're putting in the bag, and you can build that bag how you want it to be. And then once you're out there on the board, it's like a game of chess to me. So it's obviously there's that little bit of chance that you're kind of dealing with, but at the same time, you have built this up so that it is definitely strategy. It is definitely thinky, but it's simple. For me, it's just what I like. It's a simple mechanism with some thinkiness and some complexity to it.
Yeah, I mean, this is totally up your alley because you like abstract games. You like a little bit of a war element, it seems. Like light war themes. I mean, this game just screams you. So I'm not surprised that this is probably going to go in your top 10 of all time. Spoiler, probably. Stay tuned for when we do that next year. But yeah, so I'm not surprised. I knew you were gonna love this game. I knew you were gonna love it. Yeah, because like you said, it does have that chessy feel. But I really like this because there's a lot of variability because there are many units that you can use just simply in the base game. Mm-hmm. There's a tray full of, I don't even remember how many different kinds of units, but so you can do different like preset types of games. Like they have some recommendations for a couple of different things, like a beginner set, but you could also shuffle all the cards which represent the units and then deal out for each to each player. So each game, there's enough units where each game is going to be kind of different.
It is. You're
going to have different units out there.
You'll have a different combination of units that you're trying to work with and use together.
And also play against.
And playing against. Yeah.
So your strategy might have to change because, say even if you had a similar units from one game to the next, but your opponent had different units, your strategy is going to have to change because they might have more like archers or, just different kind of abilities.
Yeah, they might have things that can attack from 2 or 3 spaces away while you have different kinds of movements, so you have to figure out how to avoid their attacks while still being able to do the movements that you want to do. So it can be tricky and it can be challenging and definitely thinking.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but a lot of the games we have played, you tend to get the Lancer for some reason.
She's complaining.
Yeah, because I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but whenever we deal randomly out the cards that we're going to play with, and he always gets the Lancer. So I'm always having to deal with thinking about him trying to come attack me a couple spaces away in a straight line. It's like, So there was one game we played where you had a lot of attacking ability.
I did.
And I had, and when your units get attacked, they are removed from the game.
Yep.
So we each were playing, and my unit supply got pretty low, and I had a big pile of my units off to the side.
That were killed, yeah.
Did you end up winning that game? I don't remember.
Probably.
I don't know. I might have somehow pulled off the win.
I don't think so. I don't think you did.
Yeah, but it's interesting how different the games can be, because that game I was heavily attacked. And so like I said, I had tons of units that were killed. But then other games, I didn't have hardly any units killed. There is just so much replayability in this game. Mm-hmm. Just solely in the base game.
Right.
And then the expansions add even more. So like you have even more units, a couple of additional things to the abilities, additional things to the game. Which you saw in the brief overview of each. Like with this one, you've got those Royal Decree cards, which I liked. Kind of like different things I like to kind of break the rules, or an additional thing, little benefits that you can get by using your Royal Coin. I like that, and I also liked the different units in here. I don't know what it is. I've always been like obsessed with catapults and fortifications and like siege type of stuff. So the units in here are really cool. I like those. Except one time when we played, you had what did you have? You had something that I think you had the catapult or something that once again attacked me from afar. He just kept shooting me from afar. I'm like, ugh. If you had to pick one expansion, which one is your favorite?
So for me, I think that, you know, like I've said before, I like simple mechanisms with a little bit of thinkiness. Now, this doesn't make it overly complicated, but the extra cards make me have to consider, I think, more than I want to. So it wasn't my favorite. This one, you know, being able to fortify, I liked that. I like being able to do that, and then obviously the new abilities, the trebuchet,
the new coins, the new units.
I made good use of that. So I would say if I had to pick one of these, I would definitely pick the Siege expansion for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which one I would pick. I mean, I like them both. And if I haven't made it clear, I also really like this game. It's probably not going to go in my top 10 just because I really enjoy a lot of big box, crunchy, anyway. But this might go high. This might go fairly high. I love this game. Mm-hmm. And I also enjoy both of these expansions. If I had to choose one though, I might have to go with the Siege as well, just because I'm like obsessed with these like the catapult and the, you know, walls, and I don't know, I've always just liked catapults, you know. So but this is still a good one as well. Like I really liked claiming, like I said earlier, those World Decree cards that give me special abilities. I don't think we've even talked about the actual component quality of this game.
I haven't.
The component quality, the production is outstanding. These units, the coins.
The little coins, the little
guys.
poker chip style coins that have just the right weight to them. And then they've got a look to them that's simple, yet just like pops off the table.
It's great. I love it.
So good.
It's just such a high quality production. And what's fun is, you know, sometimes you get games with really nice components, but they're out on the board or something like that. But with this game, you're drawing 3 and they're constantly in your hand. So you get to constantly play around with the nice components. Yeah. I'm a very tactile person.
If you can't tell.
So I find that really enjoyable. I just love the components in this game. And I mean, and these just add even more. If you can't tell, we love this game. Any other last thoughts about this game?
I don't think so. Like I said, this is going to go pretty high for me, and it is because of it fits what I like. Abstract, simple mechanisms, but some thinkiness to it, and it just kind of checks off all the boxes for me.
Well, guys, all we can say about this game and these expansions is wow. This has a wow factor. We love War Chest, and this will be staying in our collection likely forever because it's so good. Yeah, so anyway, guys, let us know in the comments below if you have had a chance to play this yet, or either the expansions, which one you like better. Let us know your thoughts about this game if you played it. If you haven't tried, especially just the base game, if you haven't tried War Chest yet, we definitely recommend trying it, especially if you like abstract games. Yeah, this is just a great one. Amazing game.
Love it.
So, thanks for watching today, guys. We hope that you found it helpful. If you're new here, we'd love to have you join Board Game Perspective and follow along. Hit that subscribe button and like this video. It would mean a lot to us. So, but until next time, we appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming.